The 5-kilometer walk from Jabi Lakeside had hundreds of persons in attendance. June 19th of every year has been set aside to create awareness about sickle cell. The day provides an avenue to draw attention to sickle cell disease as a global health concern. Sickle cell disease is a genetic blood disorder characterized by abnormal red blood cells that take on a crescent or sickle shape. These irregularly shaped cells cause blockages in blood vessels, leading to a variety of health complications. Statistics show that millions of people suffer from the disease every year, but more worrisome is the lack of understanding, limited access to health care, and social stigma associated with it. With the disease affecting millions of people globally, and Nigeria having a huge percentage, organizers want the government to subsidize medications so as to lessen the burden on victims and caregivers.
Sickle cell is in existence, and 1 out of every 4 Nigerians is either a carrier of sickle cell or has sickle cell disorder. So you can see 25% of the population is already affected.
Federal government, they really have a part to play because many warriors are not financially buoyant. Their parents are not financially buoyant, and sickle cell is expensive to maintain. So we need drugs, let there be a insurance, medical insurance, that we can walk into hospitals and even to subsidize prices to get medical treatment in hospitals, and our routine drugs should be provided.
As a major public health issue causing significant morbidity and mortality in affected individuals, advocates advise testing to know compatibility of intending couples so as to prevent giving birth to carriers.
If you notice, we had flyers that we shared out. Those flyers contained the genotype compatibility, who and who should get married, and that's what you need to know about sickle cell. If you know the right person to marry, if you know your genotype and know the right person to marry, you'll be able to make informed choices before picking a partner and then deciding to have a child.
Genotype compatibility is a must before walking down the aisle because we do not want more children to be born with this blood disorder. So it is really preventable just by knowing your genotype.
Philip Mary is a sickle cell patient. She says one of the most challenging aspects is stigmatization. She wants fellow carriers to have hope, as being a sickle cell patient is not an automatic death sentence when managed properly.
They see us like maybe we're not part of who God created. The stigma is too much. So I want them to show love to every sickle cell warrior they come across. Because me, I've suffered so much stigmatization, like so much. People don't want to associate with me maybe because of how sickle cell has gotten me deformed. So we don't want that stigmatization. So we want love, and also they should just be strong for us.
After the walk, there was an opportunity for participants to be tested so as to know their genotypes. There were other activities such as sickle cell education and blood donations. Also, free medications were distributed.